everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids, and in this video I'm going to be showing you some screen comparisons between the first generation iPad on the left here and the new second generation iPad on the right. And then also in this video I'm going to give you a look at the physical differences between the two different models. So let's start off with the one on the left. This is the first gen iPad. Let's launch photos and then again launch photos on the right. Now on both devices I've got the brightness set to full brightness, and even at this stage when you're looking at the photos you can see that the second generation iPad certainly does display a much brighter image. Let's go into one of these photos, one with a bit of a white background. You can straight away see this one's a lot darker, and the second generation iPad does go a lot brighter on the photos. Let's go back out to our photo library and select something with a little bit more colour in it. Let's go to maybe this one here and on this one here, and again you can see much greater brightness on the iPad 2 on the right hand side. So for this to be a fair screen comparison, I'm going to actually just put the brightness down on this one a little tiny bit just to try and equal the brightness on the two. So let's just take this down a little notch, not too much, and then we go back into our photos. So we're working off roughly equal brightness. You can still see this one, even with that brightness cranked down, is a little bit brighter. And I just want to show you some angled views as well. So on this one we start angling the iPad up, and you can see at this sort of angle we have sort of still got a good view of the image. We raise it up even more, and then when we get up to quite an acute angle we do start sort of losing some of the definition of the photo. Let's pop this one down, and I'm going to now do the same to the iPad 2. And in fact let's do this at the same time. So we're raising these up, and as we go up, the viewing angle on the iPad 2 I think is slightly better. Okay, the one on the left does have a slightly different screen protector on, but essentially you're still getting a lot better definition on the iPad 2. Let's just have a look at these actually holding them in my hand. This is the sort of angle you're going to actually view the iPad at. This is the first gen iPad, and again we do that tilt. It's still very good on this iPad, and this angle here again still very good, and then top down angle again you've still got good definition. And let's do the same on the second gen iPad. So again top to bottom, just the colours pop a lot more, and I think it has got a much better viewing angle. And again side to side it skews the reflections from the studio lights, but again I think this is a much better viewing angle on the second gen iPad. Now let's go back out to those photo libraries and just have one last look at something else. Let's maybe go all the way down the bottom here, and we will go into something with a nice bit of colour, and the same photo on this one here, and let's have a look at detail. So this time we will zoom in on the photo, and we do the same on this one. Try and get it roughly the same size for you. Now to me, again, let's just make this one a bit smaller. There we go, that's roughly the same. Now to me, the one on the left here, this is the first generation iPad. Good amount of detail, because the colours don't pop as much, because it's not as sort of bright in the white areas, you're sort of getting less definition in this photo. It's still very good, don't get me wrong. If you concentrate on the second gen iPad on the right, again the whites just come out a little bit more. I think this has got a better contrast as well, and you're getting a much better detail in viewing the photos back. So all in all, I just wanted to give you a comparison between the two screens. Only you can decide which one you prefer, For me, I find the screen on the iPad 2 a very slight improvement, not a massive improvement, but certainly one that is definitely noticeable. Well, thank you very much for watching. Please come back soon for more iPad 2 coverage and certainly more reviews of all the tech gadgets on the Geekanoids channel. This video review is sponsored by EasyDraw, making drawing fun on Mac OS X.